stock and everything. Get you a little bit of that, you know. It's been shown to do great things. Get you a little Benadryl, you know. There's ways to help yourself through this that we've known for years.
Of course. I'm just managing the symptoms.
You know, it was a record day yesterday, Galen, for positive tests.
Yes, it was.
There are people lining. I was watching Channel 6 News this morning before we came into work. There were people lining up at 4 a.m. in the morning to get tested. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you getting tested for? You're either sick or you're not sick. You don't need a test to tell you you're sick or not sick.
Here's why. Because of the federal plan, a lot of people, if they work for the federal government, if they get COVID, they get 10 days off paid.
I'm in the wrong job.
That's right.
I'm in the wrong job. Dan Martone, I'm sick. I need 10 days off. Take 10 days off. I'm not paying you.
Exactly right.
I'll run national broadcasting, but I ain't paying you.
That's right.
You know, Galen, you know, take a week off and not call in the show. We're not oh, wait, we don't pay you anyway. Never mind.
That's right.
Never mind. You've been working for free for us for the better part of, I don't know,
years.
a decade, I would think.
50, no, it's longer than that.
Oh, yeah, you were here before the
15 years.
Martones. That's right. You were here before the Martones.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sure was.
Hey, speaking of guys that I hadn't talked to in a long time, and he come across my mind yesterday, and I thought I'd ask you about him. How's Tom Davis doing?
Haven't talked to him in a while. I texted with him, a year ago, 6 months ago. He's doing well. Happy in retirement and kind of enjoying life.
You miss that guy, don't you?
Yeah, he and I, I trained him. We worked together a lot. Yeah, I mean, he was a good dude. Terrible golfer.
Oh,
terrible golfer.
But not worse than Dan, and we play with Dan.
No. I played with him and Dan at the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why would you do that?
Oh, that was a rough afternoon.
Well, that wasn't a rough afternoon, pal. Y'all had to start at like 9 in the morning to get through the afternoon.
It was rough. I'll tell you that.
One of them shot 120. The other one shot 128, probably.
And they're both searchers. They feel like they have to find their golf ball. You know, like their golf ball is precious. And that's what I can't.
You know, and I don't understand that mentality. Because when I go, I look, I give a cursory look, and then I go, that's why they sell them by the dozen.
That's correct.
That's why you can buy them for 50 cents a piece at Play It Again Sports, because they get lost. I tell you a funny.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I don't even look. Sometimes I just drive by and say, look, I'm going to drop it here.
Yeah, well, I have a very good friend of mine that I play golf with regularly that not only does he lose his golf balls, but he refines them months later in the woods and stuff when he goes and looks for other golf balls.
Sure.
Or other people find them in the woods at golf courses and then bring them to him because his mark is so unique that they know it's his golf ball, and they bring it to him and give him his golf ball back.
Well, isn't that a good thing?
Well, they're top rocks and Slashingers, so it's because nobody really wants to play them. That's what it is.
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah.
We refer to him as the world's worst avid golfer. But if you've ever played one round of golf with him, you'll try to be in his foursome every time because he's that much fun to play with. It's never a boring time with him, and he's a golfer that he's not very good. If he counted every stroke the way you're supposed to by the USGA rules, he would probably shoot 125. But he plays under the PYGA rules, and that means that that bunker was man-made. I get a free drop out of that. A man can't just come put something somewhere. That tree was not planted there. Bird droppings created that tree. That's not a normal thing that should be on this golf course. So I get to move it from behind the tree. And
it's a movable impediment.
Right, and we let him play by those rules, and he still shoots 102, 103, you know.
Love that.
But
Love that.
when he keeps up, everybody says, well, that had to slow you down. Now he keeps up, does a little dancing, singing. He sings Burning Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, words that Johnny Cash never intended to be in the song or sung with a regular basis while he's playing golf. It's a fantastic time.
Awesome.
And a guy who there's always a group that, hey, you want to play? We got an opening. Always calling him, wanting him to play.
Oh, that's cool.
Dan Martone can't say that.
No.
Dan Martone actually calls people and says, hey, y'all playing golf this weekend? No, we're not. And they hang up. You gave up the game of golf. because you didn't. That way, you didn't have to play with Dan anymore.
Well, he may have had a point or an impact on that for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to take a break. When we come back, more with Galen Unall from Life South. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Make our workplace a caring community.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, you just heard the advertisement for Pinnacle Investment, their new show that starts January 8th on a Saturday at 9 a.m. I want to tell you about the inaugural golf tournament to benefit the Nancy Reinhardt Endowment for Dementia Education, sponsored by Pinnacle Retirement Advisors. It was rescheduled from, originally it was November 5th, but it was rained out, so it was rescheduled to January 14th. So January 14th, 12 o'clock shotgun at Ocala Municipal Golf Course. There's still a couple teams can get in because teams had to bow out because of scheduling issues. So there's still a couple team places. Plus, you can still sponsor it. Give Pinnacle Retirement a call, 352-342-9933, to become part of the inaugural Nancy Reinhardt Endowment for Dementia Education put on by Pinnacle Retirement Advisors. Galen Unall from Life South joins us. He does every day. Brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation, and Just Shipped. Galen, it's always nice when you got one of these scramble type tournaments and it gets rained out that they have the forethought to make sure there's a couple dates that they can grab. So this one's going to be rescheduled for January 14th at Muni, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm the worst golfer on my team. I got a girl who played on the professional tour, another girl who's trying to play on the professional tour, and a guy who, the last time we played in the scramble, outdrove the long drive, the guy that finished third in the world in the long drive competition. So I feel pretty good with our chances.
Sounds like you got a good squad going.
You know, and the women, even though one of them's trying to become a pro, the other one has been a pro in the past, they get to still hit from the normal ladies' tees.
Yeah, you want those seniors and juniors who can really hit the ball on your team.
Yeah, and these ladies, they'll get to play about 130 yards ahead of us on the par fives, and They both drive the ball farther than I do.
Correct.
You got to like that.
Yep.
Got to like the advantage there.
It's good scheduling by you.
Well, I'm just
That's being a good
I'm a
coach.
proper GM, sir. Proper GM.
That's correct.
I'm a good
That's correct.
GM. Bowl season is in full effect. The New Year's Day Bowl started yesterday with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Atlanta. Have you been watching the bowl season, or have you just said, I'm just waiting for Friday, today, and the championship games, the
I
playoff
haven't
games?
watched a single one. I've been, again, I really started feeling bad Wednesday, so I haven't watched anything. I mean, I've just been like almost laying down.
Wow, you've really been under the weather and hiding it well from us, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Trooper,
it's not that
trooper.
big a deal. No, I mean I have a cold. I think I'll live. I feel better. I sound worse, but I feel better today.
So you do feel a little better today. You don't have the body aches like you had and everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, it's all looking up then. It's all relative, isn't it?
Right, that's correct. Tomorrow is a new day, and I will feel hopefully better.
You've had these kind of situations where you've had colds before, so it's not anything new to you, is what you're trying to explain
That's
to me.
correct. I think I'm going to survive it.
And that's the thing. Everybody thinks this is a new, these are all new and everything, and I'm like, why would you think these are new? I don't quite understand the thought process on, it's all, even though it's a different variant, it does kill people and, at a higher rate than the flu. It's still the same. I read an article.
Omicron it does.
Well, no, Omicron doesn't at all. I'm talking about the original COVID. I read an article, the symptoms between COVID and the flu. And the doctor that wrote the article said, at first glance, you don't see much difference. The only difference really is the mortality rate. And I'm thinking, well, this doctor's going to get his license stripped from him. He keeps talking like that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah,
Joe Biden and the World Health Organization will come strip his license from him.
absolutely. Look what they did. They did to that guy in France who won the laureate Nobel Prize in chemistry, and he's like, "This isn't that big a deal. What are we doing?"
Yeah,
then
and they
he
lost
had
their
to come out
mind.
2 days later, or they were going to take away his Nobel Peace Prize.
Right, lost his mind. So last night in the Peach Bowl, Pittsburgh, 12th ranked Pittsburgh, 10th ranked Mississippi State. Pittsburgh down to their third string quarterback, because their second string quarterback on a touchdown run of 16 yards separates his shoulder. The Heisman Trophy finalist Pickett is up in the booth, and somebody goes, he's quit. You heard people saying he quit on his team. He was a Heisman Trophy finalist. Why isn't he playing for his team? And then you see he's not playing. The second string quarterback runs a 16-yard touchdown, gets his shoulder separated. I said, right there's why he's up in that booth not playing, because that could have potentially, if that had been Pickett that got his shoulder separated, and you don't know whether it would have or not, but it could have potentially happened, that could have potentially cost him draft status, millions of dollars. If I'm one of the top 10 picks or 15 picks in the NFL draft, I'm sorry, and I know that this sounds like just a different attitude than you would normally think of me. I'm probably sitting out a bowl game that doesn't mean anything. The Peach Bowl doesn't mean anything. Now, if I'm in the playoffs, I play the game. But if I'm not in the playoffs and it's just a meaningless bowl game, I'm not, as a senior or as a junior that's got this great draft area status and everything, I'm not jeopardizing my money at the next level to go play this meaningless bowl game.
Yeah, and I think you nailed it. If it doesn't have a lot of meaning, right? Let's just say it's it's a team that hasn't been to a January 1st bowl game, right? You're Lafayette, Louisiana. That's different, right? That's a big deal for your school. But if you're a surefire, first round, I completely respect that.
And it was, who was it? Was it Willis McGahee that blew his knee out in the bowl game?
Yeah, but that was for the national championship.
It was, but you got to play in that game.
If he doesn't get hurt, they win that game.
Oh, yeah, and you got to play that game as Willis McGahee because you're in the national championship game. And that was my point. That injury, people say, well, remember Willis McGahee cost him money, but he was in the national championship game. This was the Peach Bowl.
He never recovered from that either.
No, he did not.
He was never the same running back. He was really, really special in Miami, and then they couldn't overcome it.
That 2001 Miami team, when you go look at the NFL players that came off that starting squad on offense and defense.
It's oh my God good.
I mean, everybody goes, well, Ken Dorsey wasn't that good. He didn't have to be. He was surrounded by so much that he could be average and he would look like he was great.
That defense was, oh my gosh.
Ed Reed was on that defense.
Uh-huh.
Jerome Brown was on that defense. Was Jerome Brown on that defense? Yeah, he was.
I thought he was before. No, Jerome Brown was way before.
He was before that. Yeah, it was Jerome Brown. But you're right. The 2001 team was could arguably be called the best college football team to ever take the field.
Their tight ends were incredible.
Jeremy Shockey was one of the tight ends then.
Yeah.
It was that Miami team. As much as I don't like Miami, that team was really, really, really good.
Davis was at the helm, of course.
Yeah. We have much to talk about after the break because it is rubber meets the road today as number 1 takes on number 4, number 2 takes on number 3. And a lot of people, I've been watching, Galen, a lot of people see this a little differently than I do. I'm going to ask you how you see it and whether we agree or not. We'll do that next. We're talking with Galen Unall from Life South. He joins us every day, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring, Just Shipped, and Palm Garden Health Rehabilitation Center. We'll be back at this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.